What's up, people? In this one, we're going to do 5 things that can make you a better filmmaker in 5 minutes. Let's have it. Okay, thing number 1 is give yourself a constraint. What does that mean? By giving yourself a constraint, what I mean is setting yourself some sort of parameter in the film that you're going to make, which limits you. It gives you a rule. Now, this can be something as simple as you're going to shoot everything on one particular lens. You're going to shoot everything on a locked off tripod. It can literally be anything, but giving yourself some sort of constraint means that you are limited to that constraint. And in doing so, it helps you think more about the film that you're creating and challenges you to think a little bit differently as well. Once we've got our habits and we do things in the same way, it's very easy to fall into that cycle of just doing everything in exactly the same manner, and your work becomes boring. You're not really challenging yourself, you're not learning. But if you put yourself a constraint, it's something unique that can tie a film together, but it also gives you a challenge to experiment as a filmmaker, to work within that constraint to become better. Now, thing number 2 is getting outside of your comfort zone as a filmmaker. As a filmmaker, if you want to develop, you're going to have to go into situations which are unknown to you. Like anything in life, you have to accept that you might be a little bit shit before you get better. However, if you don't take the risk of failing and being in a position where you're outside of your comfort zone, you never have a chance to learn, you never have a chance to grow. In my filmmaking career, I cannot explain the amount of times that I've said yes to projects, and genuinely at the start of the project, I've thought to myself, I have no idea how to achieve that. It's a scary thing to do, and yeah, it's a little bit of a risky thing to do, but what it will definitely do is give you an opportunity to sink or swim. Will you either figure out how to do the thing, how to overcome that problem or challenge that's in front of you, or if it doesn't come to fruition as you hope, in the process of doing so, you're going to have learned something anyway. If you win and it works, brilliant. If you do it and you fall short on it, you can take that as a learning opportunity, iterate and get better next time. Okay, thing number 3 is go and follow some filmmakers. On screen at the moment around here, I'm going to put a list of some of the best YouTube channels that I've followed. I think these guys here really fall into the category of the kind of creme de la creme of filmmakers on YouTube. Following fellow creators is going to enable you to spark your inspiration. You can observe how do they create a video, how do they do their pre-production. I found for me one of the best things and the biggest education pieces that I've had is going and watching content from other creators, fantastic creators that have done amazing things. And as a filmmaker, in my opinion, it's healthy to always adopt a student's mindset. You can always learn, you can always get better. I'm a big believer in that. All right, let's go number 4 now. So this is much more of a practical thing. Just try and get your hands on and use as much gear as possible. Get stuck in, get on as many camera systems, as many different lighting tools, as many different grip tools, as many different audio tools. Try your best to get around that equipment and try it out as much as possible. Whether that's renting it or whether that's purchasing it, just trying to get as much experience on different tools as possible is going to make you a better filmmaker. Because contrary to popular belief, gear does matter. The better gear that you've worked with, the better, more competent filmmaker you will become. You're going to understand how to use those tools in front of you to make something. The more you know how to operate your tools, the better end product you can get. Okay, final thing, number 5, that's going to make you a better filmmaker is try and get yourself some filmmaker buddies. Having people around you and working in this industry, which is very creatively driven, I have found to be incredibly helpful. I work every day with 5 filmmakers, and having those different creative minds, those different people with interests across the spectrum of filmmaking, we're always having conversations about what's happening in the world of filmmaking. We're always tackling creative challenges together and working with other filmmakers, seeing how they come up with ideas, how they then develop those ideas and how they execute on those ideas is really helpful to develop me as a filmmaker. And I'm sure if you have filmmaking buddies, that will help you develop. I can absolutely guarantee it. Get out, go to industry networking events, reach out to people, build those connections. The more people you know in this space, the better you can become. Having some filmmaker buddies is amazing just to help you get a bit of inspiration, hash out some ideas, geek out on new camera gear, and just share the passion and love of filmmaking with. It makes this whole thing way more fun. All right, peeps, thank you for watching. And I'm curious to know what are the things that you would add to this list to make you a better filmmaker. Hit me up in the comments below, let me know. But until next time, as usual, drop a little headbutt on that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Safe. See you later.